Hello everyone, this is Maureen and welcome to My Crochet Story. Today is Friday, August the 30th, and I am popping up here for just a little bit to share with you the progress I have made on this beautiful blanket. Well, it is a blanket, but it's called a GRAPHGAN. It's titled The Cat's Meow, and it is a pattern that's put out by Christine. I'm going to say NAUGLE, N-A-U-G-L-E. Anyway, you'll find a link for it down in the description box if you would like to go and pick up your own copy of the pattern. I chose this pattern because it reminds me of one of my granddaughters. And I told you it's called The Cat's Meow. And, she is all about cats. She loves cats. She loves books about cats. I mean, of course, they have cats in their family. So anyway, I thought this would be a wonderful, wonderful present to make for her for Christmas. Now, as I shared with some of you before, the only problem I had was the colors that she wanted it made into. Yeah, but before I show you what it is I finally was able to put together that I hope will make her happy, let me say thank you to each and every one of you that pop in with me every time I upload a video. I know you hear that all the time from all of us and from me as well, but you know, we really do appreciate the time that you take to watch when we have something to show you, whether it's a whole hour's worth, whether it's a tutorial or just even a little bitty short. I mean, y'all are just so gracious to pop in, see what we're doing, leave us a thumbprint, you know, that little like button when you hit it, and even a comment or two. We just really are very thankful for you spending some time with us. Now, if this is your first time here, welcome into you as well. I do hope that you'll stay for the whole video and maybe even leave me a little thumbprint and a comment as to what you found that you liked or might like to have some more information about. I'd be happy to share with you. The only other thing I ask is that you take a few moments to go look at everything else that I have on my channel, and I hope that it leads you to hit that subscribe button. Look for the bell with the little hugs on the side, because it'll let you know every time I upload some content. Alright, so if you're not familiar with the Cat's Meow GRAPHGAN, this is what I am working on. Now, she did hers in two different color patterns. I really like the one done in the browns. I love that. And I've seen several people that do use that exact same color pattern or really, really close to it. Now, you know, I told you in the very first video that when I was telling you what I was going to be doing. So I called and I asked my stepson, what are her colors? You know, I mean, she is a teenager, and we know teenagers, they go through phases, right? Well, she's in the black phase. Oh, man, black. And of course, you know, I already have to read, wear glasses. So all I can say is thank goodness for my, I don't know if you can see it over there, my neck light. It's charging right now, because mercy me, if it wasn't for that black light, even in the broad daylight with sunshine coming in through the window, it's still hard for me to crochet with the black. But I wanted to make sure that she had what she wanted. And then of course I said, well, is there any other color that I can, you know, put with it? And he's like, gray. Really? Seriously? So we kept going on, more colors, and finally came up with some blue. Well, now, the last time I talked to you, I told you that I had a particular blue, some, you know, like variegated blues in my head that I wanted to use, and I had bought a Karen cloud cake, and I thought that was what I was going to use, but the color changes in it were just so long and drawn out. it just wasn't coming together for me in the way that I wanted. Well, I finally found the one that I wanted, and lo and behold, what does it turn out to be? But yes, a mandala cake. So this is called Harmony. And so this is what I put with the black thread. And this is exactly what I was thinking that I would like to have to go with the black yarn. So I am doing the black cat with this blue yarn here. And I just wanted to give you an idea of, this is the chart for the pattern. As you can see, it's a very nice outline there. Now, thank goodness that she included not only the graph pattern for you if you like to just follow with the graph, but she also has the written text out for you for each row, like how many of the solid color, which is your main color, and how many of the variegated, if that's what you choose to do, or your contrast color if you're just going to do it in 2 colors. Now, I have found that for me personally, now I do prefer to work off of a graph if one is given to me, or a chart, because I just find that to be more accurate of what the designer had in mind. But I started out using the written text, and I found at times it wasn't lining up the way I thought it was supposed to. And that's when I was using the blue, the cloud cake, you know, and I wasn't happy with it. So when I ripped it out and started all over again, I started working off the chart, and it worked so much better for me. Now, every once in a while, when I'm not real sure of my stitch count, I will pull up the written text to make sure that I have counted and I'm still on track. So, but for me, like I said, I do like the chart a lot better. But I will show you that that's not the chart I have to work off of. She was kind enough to break down the charts for us into quarter sections so that it makes it easier for us to count the squares, you know, representing each stitch. Now, another thing is that she uses the just a moment. Sorry, I had to gather my thoughts there for a moment. She uses, she describes it as a half double crochet 2 together, but to me it reminds me more of a split half double crochet 2 together, or you could also call it a combined half double crochet 2 together. Now, the reason why there's, in my opinion, there's different names, it's because of where you place the hook in the stitch. Now, the reason why I call it a split half double crochet 2 together is because you start your half double crochet in one stitch, and you loop over, go into the stitch, pull it up, and then before you complete it, you loop over and you go into the very next stitch, pull up a loop, and then you pull through all 5. Then to start the next one, you go right back into the stitch where you just completed. You start, do half of the half double crochet, do the second half double crochet in the other stitch, pull it all together. So with all of that said, there's several people that I know of that have done the stitch or have done the GRAPHGAN. They've come up with some beautiful color combinations, folks. Anyway, many of them have opted out to just do a straight half double crochet across there. And I thought, oh my goodness, is it that difficult to do? I don't think it was the difficulty. I just think that they perhaps like the texture and the lay of the blanket better with the half double crochet. And folks, really it doesn't matter which one you use, either the stitch that she wrote up in the pattern or using the half double crochet, because it still gives you the same silhouette of the cat on the blanket. Now, I am using what I call the split half double crochet 2 together, and it's making up this very nice texture here. I wanted to show it to you on the blue better than on the black. I just like it. I mean, to me it gives a nice squishy feel, you know, to the blanket. And really, I'm just going to show you a portion of it at the moment because it's a little difficult to see much of the cat pattern at the moment. Now, this part right here is where the cat is split in half. And basically, is what's happening is you're having the cat, one half of the cat is going to be in my blue pattern here, and the other half is going to be in the black. So as I get a little bit further along, I will show you more of what it actually looks like in the fullness of the cat. Now, I do have to tell you that there have been times on the pattern in where I did not agree with where I felt like the stitch needed to go whenever it was making the color transitions. But, you know, that's okay because I still have the silhouette of the cat that's building up on the side. Now, it's very easy to keep the line straight, as you will see right here in the pattern. It's very easy when you're making your color changes to do that. But you can see that there are supposed to be some little jagged outs as you're trying to make the curves, you know, in through here. And like I said, for me, aesthetically, I have either fudged a stitch more or maybe a foot stitch less. There have been a couple of times where just by looking at the pattern, I've on another piece of paper, folks, I'm not going to show you what I did, but I kind of did a little pencil, you know, curving there, and that's why I said for me in some instances I'm like, no, I want another of this color here. But that's just my own personal preference. But anyway, there are 125 rows, and I have allotted myself 25 rows per week to do. So this is the equivalent of the first 25 rows. So I have 100 more to go, which means 4 more weeks of working on the blanket, which means I'll be done in plenty of time to get this thing shipped out for a Christmas present. Now, it's not meant to be a full-size Afghan. It is a GRAPHGAN, which is going to fall out being about the size of where you can, you know, just sit back on the couch or in a recliner and just throw it up on your lap, read a good book, or sit there and pet a kitty cat or two, you know, just depending. But that's what I have for you for this week on my progress on the Cat's Meow GRAPHGAN blanket. I do hope that you'll stop in from time to time to see my videos when I pop it up to show you my progress and my takeaways on how I'm progressing with it. And so far, honestly, folks, I haven't found anything that I didn't like. Like I said, for me, I know where to tweak for myself. Now, not for anybody else, but to tweak for myself as to how I want it to look. So anyway, just a little sidebar there. So until next week, I do hope that you all have a great weekend. This is the weekend of Labor Day coming up, so I hope you have some great plans. And as always, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. Could be your light that they need to see. Once again, thank you all so much for being here. Bye.